Hello, Gun Nation. Big Johnson coming at you. All right, I have tested it and tested it and tested it. So we are going to get into kind of my final findings on the Radian Ramjet slash Afterburner for the Glock 19. This is a Gen 5. It's a Glock 19X actually. This is the Gen 5 version of the Radian Afterburner Ramjet. And I'm just going to give you my opinions, tell you what I've shot through it. You know, I've got tons of videos on it. So if you're curious, you can actually go and check out all those videos. I've got shorts where I'm shooting different ammo, but I'm going to tell you exactly how many rounds I've got through it, what type of ammo, did I have any failures, you know, how the gun's set up, everything. So we're going to go over it really quickly. I'm going to try to make this pretty quick. Also, I have carried it. So I've been testing the holster, carrying it since all the testing. And if you're interested in a holster, I've got the Armzmen awesome holster. This is a Glock special he's made for me. Got the Glock pattern all over it. At first when I got it, I thought it was some kind of Gucci symbol. I didn't even know it said Glock until I actually started reading it. But it's a really nice holster. I do carry, you know, at the appendix, but it's kind of a little bit to the right of the 12 o'clock. Or excuse me, a little bit right of the zipper, so to say, just a tad. But that's where I carry, and the holster is awesome. Smooth edges, the whole works. Got the, DCC Uniclip. Like it quite a bit, but so far so good. And if you want to check it out, I've got a discount code. It's BJGG10, and that will actually all capitalize. That'll get you 10% off any of his holsters and free shipping if you use my code. So he's offered that up to the subscribers, so I appreciate that very much. And again, this is the way you spell it. It's the Armzmen. And what's pretty cool is he does give you a Constitution of the United States and you know, a little thing talking about mag carriers and all that stuff. And he does have light bearing. That's one reason I really like it, because you have the light bearing options as well, and he does all kinds of lights. If you don't see it on his website, just email him. He'll check with you or get back with you. So anyway, on to the Radian Afterburner Ramjet. What do I think about it? I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. I absolutely love it. As y'all know, who's been following me a long time, I had a threaded barrel in here, silencer co-threaded barrel, and I had a Harrington Arms comp on here, but it turned it into a Glock 34. That's what the length did. So it took it from a 19 to a 34. So it was a big long comp, and it worked great. Shot really flat, had no problems with it, but it was the thread-on type. Never had it move around. You know, I actually secured it and put it on properly, but this one is pretty much a game changer. The way that it goes on, y'all have probably watched other videos if you're watching this, but you know, you've got your Torx 15 here. You unscrew the taper screw, and on this, you do not put any Loctite. You do not put any thread holder or anything like that. You literally put this on, screw this in, you know, firm it up. I think it actually gives you the foot pounds or inch pounds, I'm sorry. But I just, you know, torqued it up and good to go. Never had it move, never had it wobble, never had it come off. Also, look at the way that it's fit for the Gen 5. It is perfect, absolutely perfect. And I want to show you one thing. This is actually empty, but I'm gonna rack this and open it up for you. I have cleaned it and everything since. So after I shot the rounds through it, and I'll tell you how many. After I shot the rounds through it, ran the full test on it that I was going to run, I did actually take this off and clean it. Was it hard to get off? It was a little snug, but once I pulled the tapered screw out, I just kind of, you know, started wiggling it and it popped right off. So it was easy to clean, easy to remove, no problems, no issues. What I am running is the factory Glock 19X spring here. So I'm not running their spring. It said it can run with the factory guide rod. So I wanted to test it with my factory guide rod. This gun, prior to me testing it, probably had thousands and thousands of rounds through it. So, you know, this was probably broke in very, very well and seated, so I had no issues with it. But you'll notice the gun that I have is, you know, customized. It's all Cerakoted and everything, but the way that it fits here, as you can see, there's absolutely, and I'm not muzzling myself, But as you can see, there's absolutely no marks, no damage, no scratches, no nothing on the end of this right up here where it would hit, you know, as it's going back and forth. No damage at all. It is the perfect fit. So super, super impressed with that. How did it function? It functioned 100%, not one issue. However, and you'll see it on video if you go back and check all those, I had one round and I think it was kind of bulged. You know, it was a factory round, but I think it was kind of like, you know, when you put it in the chamber, it might have been a little bulged. So when I put it in, I kind of short stroked it. And when I put it in, I had to tap the back of the slide just to push it in, but it fired and all that other stuff and ejected properly. I've got tons of videos on it. You can see it in slow motion. You can see everything. The thing is super flat. Here's what I put through it. The rounds I have through it, and I documented everything. I've got it all in my notes, and I have it in a book also. I just copied it out of the book so I could have a little small note here. It was a total of 521 rounds. So through this Ramjet Afterburner combo with the factory Glock 19X guide rod, Gen 5 of course, 521 rounds. How that broke down was it was 200 rounds of 124 grain FMJ Federal, 100 rounds of 115 grain FMJ Blazer Brass, 50 rounds of HST 124, 50 rounds of 147 FMJ, and that was Federal. I have 25 rounds of the SIG V-Crown 115, 25 rounds of the V-Crown 124, 25 rounds of the V-Crown 147, and on the Spear Gold Dot, I had a 50 round box, and I only had 46 rounds in there. So I guess I'd pulled some out probably to top off some mags at one time, you know, for your one in the chamber. But anyway, it's 46 rounds of Spear Gold Dot. So that totals 521 rounds through this as we speak. I feel super confident in this Radian Afterburner Ramjet. I feel this type of non-screw-on, and I've got tons of screw-on comps, and I am not knocking them. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying any of that. But this type of attachment is pretty revolutionary in my opinion as a comp guy. So I run dots, comps on most of my guns, almost all my guns. I have a version that is comped. If I have two of the same, one will be comped and tricked out and one will be non-comped, but with a dot. So that's the way I kind of try to set up all of mine. The price on it, I had a lot of people, you know, God, it's $400, you know, it's like $369. When I bought mine, I had been on a list with Primary Arms and some other places. Well, anyway, on Black Friday, on actual Black Friday, it was late that afternoon, boom, an alert popped up. Hey, Gen 5 Radian Afterburner Ramjet back in stock and on sale for Black Friday. So I literally went in there and went, boop, buy now, and bought it right then and there. I think I saved like 30 bucks for the Black Friday sale. So that was just happened to be, I was able to get it on sale because of Black Friday. I do run the TLR7A Streamlight on here. You'll see the FDE. I've got it, you know, tricked out Apex trigger, all that good stuff, custom stippling. This is the way I like it. Matter of fact, it doesn't even say Glock anywhere on it except on the mag. So, and I've got, you know, some, this is, you know, a cutout, but it's not ported, of course. But the opening of this thing is huge. And on those videos, you can just watch the gas just pouring out of it. I mean, this thing works very, very, very well. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. It is probably one of my favorite comps that I have. I have also shot, and I've got the video of it, I shot Threat Cadre's OZ9, which he runs these as well. This is the Gen 5 version. He has the Gen 3 version, I believe, on those. And it ran fabulous on his OZ9 as well. So I've compared two different Ramjets of two different models. So that's actually really great that I was able to do that with his pistol as well. But do I recommend them? Yes. Will I buy more if I had more Glocks or an OZ9 or whatever? Absolutely. So definitely a big fan of it. I feel that it works. I've done the test before and after. I even shot this without a comp on it prior. When I took the comp off, you know, I've tested it. I mean, I've tested it all different kinds of ways. And in my opinion, for only turning this into a Glock 17, so that takes it from a 19 to a 17, and that's it. It doesn't extend it out to a 34. This is a very, very nice compact package for myself. You know, I can carry a 34, doesn't matter to me, but I like this package. I like this setup. So, big fan. If you want to see the gun in the holster, that is what it looks like. So I think it looks really, really good. You know, of course, it's in there. It's not coming out. And of course, you can adjust this however you want, see fit. You can adjust this up and down. You can even run the regular DCC clips in here if you choose to. You just have to tell him how you want it set up if you choose to get one of the Armzmen holsters. And again, you can use my discount code. It's BJGG10, which will save you 10% off any holster, and he will give you free shipping. I do not make a dime on that code. He's just offered it up to my subscribers to help y'all save some money. So, and if you're interested in any of these stands, you can go to Lock Grips and also use my discount code. It's BJGG10, all capitalized. That'll save you 10% off any pistol grips, any stands, hats, t-shirts, whatever you want there as well. So take advantage of that if y'all see fit and if you would like to. So that's kind of my review. I'm definitely a fan. And if I had more Glocks, I would own more Ramjet Afterburner combos. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, please leave it below. Like, share, and subscribe. Most of my people who watch my videos are not even subscribed to me, so I'd appreciate the subscription if you feel that I've earned it, and a thumbs up. So thank y'all very much. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.